White's stabbing spree sat before a judge for the first time today. Kendrex White is accused of killing one student and injuring 3 others.
And so how we choose, the parties and myself choose to handle this is extremely important, not only to Mr. White, but to the community.
The first order is deciding a medical professional to evaluate White's mental status.
KXAN's Alyssa Goard was in the courtroom today to learn more about the process.
Instead of heading for summer plans after finals, UT student Kendrex White appeared before a judge. He's accused of carrying out the fatal stabbing spree just weeks earlier.
We have a person in custody with some mental health issues, and that's very serious.
The state started off by filing 3 motions, all based around how White's mental state will be evaluated.
Seeking is the decision expert examining Mr. White on the issue of competency.
Both sides want him to be examined not only for competency to stand trial, but also for sanity. The defense says White has already been evaluated while in jail.
I would like to see that report before I make any kind of a determination.
His attorneys want their expert to be the one who reports back. The prosecutors disagree, and the judge doesn't want these proceedings delayed for the sake of the victims and the community.
Because in this situation, there's no winner or loser, and so there needs to be a game plan that benefits everybody.
And the council will meet again tomorrow at noon to go over the jail report and talk about the next steps. Now, Clifford Moy, a member of the Texas Medical Association and a doctor who's presided over these evaluations before, explained to me that these exams can take months to complete. If at that point Mr. White is not found to be competent enough mentally to stand trial, he will be sent to a mental facility to get support until he can. The doctor I spoke with also explained that process can take years. If he's found to be competent to stand trial, then he'll be evaluated for sanity. The Texas Criminal Defense Lawyers Association explained there are 3 possible outcomes from there. He can be found not guilty, as in he didn't commit the crime, not guilty by reason of insanity, or guilty. Robert.
We don't see insanity defenses used very often in Central Texas. We found just 3 in the last 12 years in Travis County. In 2014, a jury decided Alexander Irvin's mental illness kept him from knowing right from wrong when he stabbed his father to death in a West Austin neighborhood. In 2011, both defense and state experts agreed that Javier Benitez was insane when he shot and killed a woman, then stabbed her husband in East Austin. And back in 2005, the insanity defense succeeded for University of Texas student Jackson Nye, who killed his professor with a meat cleaver. The defense claimed he thought the teacher was a robot with a computer chip in her head. All 3 were sent to state hospitals.